Peace, everyone. Today is March the 21st, 2023, and this is my journal entry. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to wish everyone a happy spring equinox. Now was a good time to declutter, clean up your spaces, clean up your energy, clean up your mind, clean up your friendships, your relationships, clean every damn thing. Just clean up. Just clean house. It's also a new moon, so it's a good time for it's an excellent time for manifesting. So what are some of your manifestation tactics or tools? Some of the things I used to do. Um, I used to like do a little candle work here and there or write down everything I want to manifest to bring it in. Just depending on what I wanted to manifest is how I would use it. Like if I wanted to manifest more money, I might use items that bring in more prosperity. Like I might use more of the color green, or I might use cinnamon and stuff like that to kind of bring prosperity in. If I'm wanting to manifest love, I will use more reds and pinks. Um, Greens are good. That's the heart chakra. Um, Manifesting more creative ideas and stuff, I will use more oranges and stuff like that, because creativity is housed in the sacral chakra, which is orange. But there's many things you can do. Um, Lately, I've realized that visualization and thought has always worked better for me. So what I do is I picture something in my mind, and I picture it so much to the point to where I know it, I believe it, and in my mind is real. And I speak that thought, and I speak it every day, and I speak it until it happens. I don't care if it takes years. And I notice that a lot of the times that manifests things a lot better than actually, doing all the candle work and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with that. I used to make vision boards and stuff like that. I just noticed that my mind, I'm starting to realize how powerful my mind is. So I'm training my mind to believe that whatever I train it to believe, or whatever I want to believe, which is within reason, I can do. Like I'm not going to tell myself I'm a millionaire and expect myself to be a millionaire tomorrow. Nothing like that. So that's actually what I've been doing, and it's been working for me. Especially with manifesting more abundance, or manifesting more love around me. And when I mean by love around me, I mean like the relationships I already have in my life, like with my friends and my family and my children, especially with myself. Manifesting that energy of love within myself. It takes a lot of self talk, especially if you're someone like me that is unlearning, things that were programmed to you as a child. And unfortunately, I had a lot of negative things programmed into me as a child that I have to unprogram. And it just takes a while, you know. And every once in a while, when those feelings come back up, or those thoughts come back up, or those ideas come back up, or that pain comes back up, you got to like deal with it head on, and, start reprogramming yourself. It's like unlearning something that you've known all your life. Prime example, like a lot of the spiritual work I do spiritual work with people who had belonged to organized religions in the past. And as much as they try to become more spiritually free to learn other things, they still have part of that in their minds that they have to unlearn. So with them, I hear a lot of good versus evil, right versus wrong. That's just their thinking. If you're wrong, it's a punishment. If you're right, what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's evil, what's this and what's that. It's a lot of I get a lot of that. Um, you know, God versus the devil, angels versus demon, so-called light deities versus so-called darker deities and stuff like that. It's hard for us to program our minds to understand that those are just energies, and that they're energies that we all encompass within all of us. But it's just a system of unlearning things that we already know. And honestly, it's something that recently under I've recently understood or encompassed myself, because if you listen to too many people on YouTube and stuff like that, man, yeah, you scared of some shit like, oh man, this deity's going to come get you if you don't do this or shit an altar for that. No, they're not. That's not how stuff works. Or people believe like, okay, my life is going bad right now. My life is not going really good right now. Or things are happening. I'm being punished, when that's not necessarily the case. You know what I mean? Most of the time, things that happen, they're direct. Sometimes they're direct consequence of actions that we've made before. It can simply be that. Or it can be as simple as, hold on. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. It can be as simple as it was meant it was meant to happen on your path. And I know that's difficult, when tragic things happen. Is very difficult. And I completely understand, because the first half of my life I had a lot of things happen. So it was hard for me to understand that those things, I was meant to go through those things. So everything happens for a reason, basically. But anyhow, my biggest magic is my mind. I think my mind is powerful. So like really reprogramming my mind and my thoughts. And that's my biggest thing. And it has been a very great manifestation tactic. Um, as far as cleaning spaces, I've been decluttering. Like I cleared my whole basement out. Next is my attic. I think I said that last time. Yeah, I ain't made it up there yet. I'm not looking forward to it, even though the basement had a lot more stuff than the attic. But I'm not looking forward to it. So the attic will be my next place. And then I was going through I got so many clothes. I got clothes from when I wore a size 9, 10. I ain't wore a size 9, 10 since I met my kid's dad back in 2005. No, I think I wore a size 8 when I met him back in 2005. So maybe about 2009, right after we had our daughter Lee, is when I got up to about a 9, 10. I ain't been that size since my daughter's 13. I ain't been no two size 9s since then. I've been a size 13, 14, size 14. All that shit need to be thrown away. I am slimming down. Yes. But I just need to buy me some new clothes. I don't need that old stuff. I need to quit saving. So I told some, yeah, I can get into it. I got shoes I've been saving for years. I know daggone well I'm not gonna put on, because I'm not really wearing heels anymore, because I don't like them. But I keep trying to. Yeah, get rid of them, give them away, donate them, whatever. So I'm going through all. It's just a lot of decluttering. But also decluttering my mind. I told y'all, negative energy, because negative thoughts that we can't help but to have. What else have I been doing? I'm still healing the baby with cancer. So we're still, sending her prayers and loving on her and sending her love and taking care of her. So still working on that. She's such a sweet baby. And I had a meeting with a few publishing companies that went well from my book. Um, so those are going well too. So it's just quite a bit of things that I've been truly working on. And I've just been keeping busy on my projects and with work. We haven't met about the decision. I think the last few episodes I talked to y'all about my promotion. Well, the last few times I haven't I told you that we haven't really discussed the one thing I want to discuss, which is pay. But when I talked to the CEO today, he said they're putting together a package to see if they can make me a good offer. So I have been manifesting that. I got a number in my head and I'm sticking to that number. That's how much I make. I'm putting it out there. I put this number in my head. It was the first number it came to me. And I think I'm going to get it because that number that came to me, after that number came to me, I did research and found out that's like what most people in my position or with my experience make. So my spirit was on to something. So that number's out there. We'll see. Today um, I was thinking about creativity and art. I come from a very like artistic family. Like my mom could sing. She was great at creating things like painting, drawing, and stuff like that. My mother was very excellent at that. Now, my mom was good at that. And then I had what else did she used to do? I heard that my father was good at drawing. My uncle was good at drawing. All my brothers are good at like either drawing or making music or writing, creative writing. That's been their thing. Now, when I was younger, I used to write poetry, but I ran into and I used to write poetry pretty good, but I ran into like a writer's block and then I stopped writing. But I never really felt like I had the same creative mind or the creative thoughts like my babies, my children. They're so creative. I never felt like that was me. You know what I mean? Even my children are art. They're artists. They're just excellent. I feel just so dope. And then we got like music artists in my family and stuff like that. It's so dope. So one thing that I noticed about myself as a kid is that you ever had talent, you never realized how much talent you have until later on in life when you go back and look at it. So I've got like 3 books written. And they're not all completely done to my liking, but I'm at like the very tail end, like I'm wrapping up. Been in the talks with publishing and stuff like that. But after I had, protected I had to protect my information first. Yeah, protect your writing. Protect my writing first. I kind of shot a sample out and she was very complimentary about the info, that I gave her. She was very complimentary about not the info, but the story. I gave her like, a little sample of one of my stories. And I realized that I had always had like a creative mind. I've always had this vivid imagination. And that's where my spiritual gift comes to play. And that I realized that mediumship is like an art. And I say it's like an art because you have to have artistic abilities to practice this stuff. Think about it. You got to be able to piece together what you're seeing and understanding the symbolism of it. And you also have to like paint a picture or a narrative to give to the person that's sitting in front of you to make it make sense. And if you think about it, there's something very artistic about that. You have to be extremely creative, to have a creative mind and a creative imagination to be able to do it. Because as a medium, when you're talking, oftentimes you feel like you're making it up. But by the time you get done talking, the person looking at you like, dude, you were just talking to my dad. You know what I mean? So I've always had this creative imagination. And the crazy thing is I've always been intuitive. Like I remember when I wish I know what my mom did with that stuff. I don't know if it was destroyed in the fire because she used to keep all of our drawings. My mom used to keep all our stuff, awards, drawings, everything. And when I was like 3 and 4, I would always tell her that I was gonna become a nurse, and I would draw pictures of me becoming a nurse, and it was funny. I always told my mother when I was little that I would have 5 children. I always said that since I was real little, and I would draw pictures of me being a nurse, and I would draw, like, the white nurse hat and, the little white nurse dress, and I would draw, like, the little picture of the hospital in the background, and I would draw 5 little kids. You know what I mean? I would draw 5 little kids. I always knew I would have 5 children. That's crazy. And then I would draw the only thing that I probably missed the mark on is I would draw a husband. And I remember one picture. I'll never forget this picture. I drew a picture of my husband, right? And boy, look, I scribbled that damn brown so dark. That black was black. I scribbled him black. And I told my mom, like, she was like, "Who was that?" I was like, "That's the man I'm gonna marry." She was like, "Why you color him black?" And I said, "Because that's his complexion. That's how dark he is." So I'm not surprised that I did that when I was little, and now I just have this overwhelming love for deep chocolate. I just love it. People be like, "How you so black and chocolatey? You love black and chocolate?" Because I do. I always have. And I color my husband, and I said that's what my husband looked like. So that is so funny that I've always had this intuitive, creative mind, and most of the pictures and stuff that I said about myself, I'm doing today. Like I knew that I would be a writer one day, and here I am with these books. You know what I mean? That I haven't quite had the I haven't quite had the confidence until now to say, you know what, run it. It's just like I don't care what the outcome is, just run it. And I think a part of my hesitation, side note, is because you know, there's like two very contrasting sides to me. You get jazz, the medium, the more spiritual side, the more, peace, love, and light, healing, helping others side. And then you get the more erotic side of me, the writing. I just felt like whatever I did in life, I wanted to completely be myself. I want people to see the darker side of myself just like I want people to see the lighter side of myself. I just want to be completely honest. I feel like a lot of times people when they want to step in the limelight or they want to, be out, they want to hide certain aspects of themselves. I don't. Shit, who I am is who I am. I just feel like ain't nobody about to go digging and find no skeletons or no nothing I'm hiding because you gonna know who the hell I am because I done told you I done wrote nasty books. I'm a freak in the sheets. I'm like a damn nun now, but that's okay. Any other time, I'm a freak in the sheets. And then, you know, I have a spiritual side too. I ain't about to keep on hiding shit. Y'all gonna see who I am. Y'all gonna see right in my writing who I am. Tired of being other people. But anyhow, to sum all that up, I realize that I'm just as artistic and I'm really tapping into my creative artistry. Cause there's so many things I've been creating. Like I've been painting landscape lately, and it's looking kind of good. It ain't kindergarten no more. It's like fourth grade. But I'm telling you, give me a few more years, I might be in ninth grade. Like I'm really like working on painting and stuff like that. It's almost as if I'm becoming my mother. You know what I mean? I still can't draw. I draw stick people, but I can paint some colors and landscapes and stuff like that. I can paint some mountains and some oceans and stuff like that, and mermaids and shit. I like mermaids, y'all. That's probably about the only thing I could draw. But at the end of the day, like I'm realizing that I'm just as artistic as the rest of my family. You know, I be trying to find a way to not be too tied up in my ego or not to be too cocky, but to kind of give myself credit because it's a very thin line you walk. You want to come off like you better than everybody, but you don't want to sell yourself short either. So, you know, when it comes to my writing, like, and I write everything. Like I might write poetry, I might write something erotic. I got like a suspense short story. Like it's like a dope ass suspense. It's like a mystery type of thing. I can write anything. Paranormal, paranormal is my favorite. Writing like paranormal stuff. Stuff that's not like normal. That's my favorite type of stuff to write. Um, or what could I call it? Metaphysical non-fiction. I don't even know if that's a genre, but we're gonna call it that. I'm good at that. I can make up creatures, create creatures, make stories about stuff that don't exist to most people, but they really exist. You know what I mean? So I want to tune into that, but I also want to have like, a good head on my shoulders. So I'm cautious about that. Um, But when it comes to writing, whenever people in the past have read my writing, they've always said, like, Jess, you're pretty good. Um, I just want to make sure things are written correctly and stuff like that. But I'll overcome. I get that. I even thought about taking a course on like how to properly, quote things, do all that other stuff. I could probably find it for free somewhere too, but who knows? But anyhow, ooh, look, y'all, it's 4:30 in the morning. I've been up since 1. I've got insomnia. I haven't slept in like 3 days. But it is what it is. And I'm gonna be dragging at work today again like I was yesterday. But anyhow, back on subject. What are some creative things about yourself that you be overlooking? Like what are some anything in your life? What are some great things about you that you overlook? That people tell you all the time, but you don't be seeing. You know? I realized that I was more, of an artist than I thought I was. I was, I think I told you guys recently that I did a movie. I shot a few movie scenes and, auditioned for a few parts. And I did good. And, I'd be surprised, like, I didn't know I could do that. But I done changed characters up and stuff like that. And I got some acting skills too. Like, it's a lot. So I'm realizing that I need to believe in myself more, and that's my goal this year. This year is just working on confidence, being more confident in my own abilities, whether it's good or bad, but being my own best cheerleader. You know what I mean? There are so many things, y'all, that I be sitting on, potions and concoctions I be making, stuff I be writing, projects I started. Like, my teacher, he allowed me to teach a mediumship class in our group spiritualaccelerator.com. Y'all should join. But I teach a mediumship class in there. Do y'all know how many years I sat on that class? I made this stuff, some of this stuff for this class that I'm teaching. I had to renew a lot of it and redo a lot of it because my thinking is different. My thinking has changed as a medium. But this is stuff that I made back when I lived in my house before this one. So like maybe 2018, 2019. And I'm just now doing something with it. I just been sitting on it. I've got other stuff that I've made from like 2018. And it's like they're like classes about I just feel like nobody needs them because everybody knows the hell they are now. But like classes on like chakras and things you can do with chakras and how to align them and exercise them. I got all types of classes that I made that I just sat on because I just never thought I was a teacher. I just thought I was a counselor. Even though I think, there's three gifts: teaching, counseling, and healing. I just think I got all three. But I just didn't think, teacher was my thing. So when we went to the retreat um last year in September, our teacher gave us all free consults. And then I remember talking to him and I was like, you know what? I love doing the readings, but I don't think that's my thing. Like, I'm tired. It's draining. Like I love doing readings and sitting in front of people and providing healing and providing guidance, and I'll continue to do it for a while, but I'm not sure if that's my thing. I'm kind of moving away from that. But my teacher was like, because you're a teacher, you can teach it. And that was like an aha moment for me because I've been like preparing curriculum. It's funny how your spirit will prepare you before you actually come to the realization that that's what it is. But I've been preparing for it. I have been preparing for that for the longest. I've been working on it and now I'm starting to do it. I got a class, a circle that I'm holding this Thursday from 6 to 8, which I need to post it. I ain't even posted it, but I'm gonna post it today. But I rented some space at the library, so I'll be teaching a little group. So, but I think that that's what I'm here to do is to teach stuff too. So I'm just willing to explore as much as I can. So when it's time for me to go, I can say that I've done X, Y, and Z, or I've done as much as I could, or I've experienced life as much as I could, or I made the best of my existence here and enjoyed my existence here as much as I could. That would be my goal. So, in hindsight, what are some things about yourself that you need to give yourself credit for that everybody around you give you credit for, but you're not necessarily seeing? Where in your life do you need to be more confident? Is it at work? Is it at home? Is it your parenting? Is it your relationships? What do you need to be more confident with? It's okay to give yourself a pat on the back sometimes or say, I did that shit. You know what I mean? It's okay to do that. So, where can you sit down and be more confident? That would be my question for you. And also, what you manifesting? What are you manifesting? What are you working on? Take advantage of this spring equinox and this new energy. Embrace it. Take advantage of it. I'm telling you, it's going to be wonderful. That being said, it's about my time. Don't forget, love on yourself every day. Get in that mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself 11 times in the morning. Tell yourself you love yourself 11 times at night. Drink a lot of water. Keep your body clean. Take care of your skin. Try to eat healthier. I started a fast, by the way. I'll talk about the fast tomorrow or the next day or whenever I record again. But try to eat healthier. Take care of your mind, body, and spirit. And love those around you. If you got children, hold them close. Tell them that you love them every day. If your parents are still alive, tell them that you love them. If your siblings are here, tell them that you love them. Today's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to my brother James. I love you very much. I will be calling you later. But just enjoy the present moment that you are in right now. Don't worry about tomorrow. And don't worry about yesterday. Peace.